Bitcoin is right now retesting the most important resistance in this entire trend, so don't get trapped right now, because on today's video I will be explaining the importance of this level in this cycle but also in previous cycles. So I will be discussing this, many more important charts, many more important data we need to discuss right now, and much more. So without any further ado, don't forget to slam the like button back above 800 likes. That will be absolutely incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. So first of all, I will try to keep it as short as possible in today's update video, because not a lot of has been happening since yesterday, so we'll be going through the content quite quickly. So here we can see that on the imminent short term, Bitcoin created the CME gap, and currently the gap is still existent because Bitcoin has not closed it over the course of the weekend, but currently has closed the price a little bit above. So in order for Bitcoin to close the CME gap, it has to be pushing back all the way down to 71.1k. That is of course an approximately $1,000 lower than it is currently trading. But in the imminent short term, we are indeed seeing that we're creating a bearish divergence on that 1 hour time frame over here. But then we create another higher high here just earlier today while it was still asleep, and we create another lower high on the RSI. So indeed, Bitcoin is indeed creating some bearish divergences, but I want to be pointing out the main reason why last week Bitcoin moved towards the upside, I explained this already in my previous videos, is due to the fact that there was so much buying from the market from all these spot Bitcoin ETF issuers. So they were all buying tons and tons of Bitcoin, and if this were to be happening once again today, we will most likely see him push towards the upside. And the technical analysis where we're currently looking at, so we need to be seeing what the behavior is going to be this week, because maybe this week it's going to be a little bit different, what I'm not expecting. So I still remain to be expecting the market is going to be strong, but right now, while this is happening, there are some different developments in the market, like Bitcoin is currently retesting this very important resistance level where it previously around got rejected from. And this is not just such a level, because if I am zooming out, I can see that this is of course the 0.618 Fibonacci from the Fibonacci setup from the all-time high towards the not all-time low, but the bear market low of this cycle. And you can see the 0.618 got us rejected one time before, but more importantly, in previous cycles, the 0.618 was always the level that provided that mid-cycle rejection for Bitcoin. Just like it did right here, it pushed all the way back towards the upside, mid-cycle rejection, and then boom, once we really broke above that level, that was the point the bull market is going to get started. So I want to be pointing out two scenarios. Potentially scenario one, Bitcoin gets rejected, moves down a little bit here, and yeah, we're going to see some more consolidation around this region. Or potential scenario two, since there's such a large amount of inflows on that Bitcoin ETF right now, we're going to be breaking above that 0.618, and we're going to confirm the start of the next bull run. Because every single time, also in the cycle before that, once we broke above that 0.618, that was the confirmation the Bitcoin bull run was really starting. So once again, I will be approaching this level, the 48.5k, as a pivotal point in the next Bitcoin bull run. Once we confirm the breakout above 48.5k, that is going to be the confirmation that Bitcoin is indeed breaking towards the next bull market region. So this is important to be paying attention towards. On the imminent short term, we can see that there is some slight liquidity being built up on the lower side, but clearly, like you can see here on the weekly time frame, is that yeah, there is indeed more liquidity being built up on the lower side, but still I don't really approach this as a lot of liquidity, so I'm not necessarily attracted enough that Bitcoin is necessarily going to be going down. Because yeah, people are a little bit scared, because yeah, if today there's going to be a lot of inflows on the ETF once again, we could easily break above this resistance. And like I said earlier in the video, once we break above this resistance, it will be really giving us the confirmation that the next Bitcoin bull run is going to get started. I want to of course see a weekly candle close above this level, but this is going to be a pivotal point in the market right now here where we all should be paying attention towards. So make sure to keep your eyes wide open on this level. Honestly, this is a super important level of resistance where I won't be surprised where Bitcoin is going to be seeing a massive rejection from. But once we do break above it, that is the point where we are expecting that next bull run to be starting. So if you want to be trading this, make sure to go to Deepcoin in the link description below here. Guys, I am still waiting for my next trade to open up here. Just like I said, I mean, this is a point where, let's say, if there were no ETFs, I would have shorted Bitcoin. But due to the fact that there are ETFs in the market, I am not 100% convinced we are going to get that rejection. So if you want to be joining my next trade, make sure to follow me on CopyTrading. That will be only possible if you sign up using that link below. And in the meantime, you could check out some other guys that are doing massive profits here on Deepcoin, because Deepcoin is, in my opinion, the best copy trading platform out there. So if you want to be learning how to copy trade or trade yourself, you can trade without KYC, without VPN on Deepcoin right now. So go to the link description of today's video if you want to have an extra deposit bonus. So on the weekly time frame, Bitcoin has been creating many more of these hammer candles, and every single time once we create a big candle after the hammer candle, right, we tend to see some sideways consolidation for Bitcoin. So will that happen once again? Potentially that is going to be happening once again here, because the last 2 times we created a hammer candle, we saw weeks of sideways consolidation and weeks of boring price action for Bitcoin, and potentially history is going to be rhyming once again. So we can see here also on the weekly time frame that currently we are indeed trading against the most important level of resistance. So I will be keeping my eyes wide open on this level. And honestly, Bitcoin is in a very pivotal point in the market where we potentially could be starting to be breaking towards new all-time highs, or see another pivotal rejection. I mean, we need to be pushing up higher on the weekly time frame. Otherwise, we are going to be confirming a bearish divergence. To be very clear, on the weekly time frame right now, Bitcoin is creating a higher high, lower high on the RSI, but it is not confirmed yet, because a bearish divergence is only confirmed once you confirm one red candle here on the top side. So that is so far not confirmed yet, but we are potentially creating a bearish divergence on the weekly time frame. It is not confirmed. Once again, some people say, oh, you're set a bearish divergence on the weekly. No, it's not confirmed yet. So please wait a little bit for that before it's going to get confirmed, because if it does confirm, I will let you know here on the channel. But these divergences you should definitely take very serious, because we created divergence here on the top side for the last time on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin. Let me check where elsewhere. We created not one right there. Boom, we created a bullish divergence here on the lower side. So we don't create a lot of divergences on the weekly time frame, but once we do create them, they are usually quite significant, and you should definitely pay attention towards them. So I'm not necessarily, but I'm saying that we are indeed trading against critical resistance, and this is a point where you should not open up a long position, in my opinion, because we're literally trading against resistance. We're seeing that there's a lot of liquidity being built up below us, so there's definitely a huge amount of risk of opening up a new Bitcoin long position right now in the market right here. And what I will be doing right now here is taking a step back from the market, looking at how the market is going to be developing right now here. Honestly, if I'm looking at my TA perspective, I am expecting a rejection is going to be happening, but of course, if there's going to be more and more inflows happening today, we could start to see another leg up. So there are 2 scenarios possible, and it sounds very silly, but it is up or down. And yes, we just need to see how the market is going to be developing, and if the trend continues of these large inflows, because if this large inflow trend continues, then potentially we're going to see some massive pushes towards the upside. So this is all I know about the market right now. I truly hope you did learn something from it. If you did so, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friends. And with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys back tomorrow on another update video. Peace out. Goodbye.